morning, folks. Ron Ray here with Turning 65 Solutions. And this morning we are going to continue our series of videos dealing with veterans and Medicare. And this morning I've got a list of 3 mistakes that veterans make when it comes to Medicare. We deal with a lot of veterans. We're here in the San Antonio, Texas area. It's known as Military City, USA. There's an incredible number of military service members, both active and former and retired, and we help them all the time. We get a lot of questions on this, so we've made ourselves the experts in the area for veterans and Medicare. So 3 mistakes that we see very often. And the first big mistake is assuming that the VA is going to take care of you. Now, I don't want you to read anything into that. I'm not saying that the VA is bad or that they don't take care of veterans. And certainly, since they've had all the scandals of the last few years, they've made improvements and they've made it easier for veterans to get access to VA services with programs such as outpatient clinics and programs that allow veterans to go to non-VA doctors and have the VA pay for that. But that doesn't mean that they're going to pay for everything. So I'll tell you a quick story about a client that we just talked to a couple of weeks ago now. He'd been using the VA since forever, since he's separated from the service, but he's been 65. I think he's 68 now, so he's been at Medicare age for a number of years, but never did get any kind of supplemental coverage. Because he's been satisfied with the VA and they've been taking good care of him, and he didn't feel like he needed any supplemental coverage. Well, a few months ago, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And though the VA's been taking care of him all these years very well, they are now balking at paying for that prostate cancer treatment. They're not wanting to treat his prostate cancer. The VA's position is your military service did not cause your prostate cancer, and therefore we're not going to treat it. You're on your own. So it was a big surprise to him because they've been taking very good care of him. However, that's not the case now. So luckily for him, we were in the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage. We were able to get him one of the Medicare Advantage plans that are designed for veterans. Doesn't interfere with the VA care that he's getting now, with the VA benefits that he's receiving now, but it gives him other options outside of the VA and also all those extra benefits that you get with Medicare Advantage. So that's one example. Mistake number 1, assuming that the VA is always going to take care of you. Mistake number 2 is not signing up for Medicare Part B when you turn 65. So Medicare Part B is your medical coverage. It pays for your doctor's office visits and all your outpatient services. Medicare Part B is also the one that you pay for. Okay, Medicare Part A is your hospital coverage. That's what you paid for with your payroll taxes all your working life. So there's no further charge for Medicare Part A. In fact, it's automatic when you turn 65 for most people. Medicare Part B, however, is optional, and it's the one you pay for. Next year in 2022, it's going to cost $170.10 a month. If you're already on Social Security, they're going to deduct that amount from your check. A lot of veterans feel like the VA's taking good care of them, so they don't need to sign up for Medicare Part B and not have to pay that $170. That is what I see as a very, very big mistake, because the same story with the prostate cancer. The VA might not always take care of you. And here's something else to note. VA coverage, VA medical benefits is not insurance. It's a benefit that you get from the government as a reward for your service in the military. Because it's not insurance, it is not what's called creditable coverage for Medicare Part B. That means if you delay or defer or deny Medicare Part B when you turn 65 because you have VA coverage, well, you don't have what's called creditable coverage, which means for every year that you stay out of Medicare Part B, you're accruing what's called a late enrollment penalty. And that enrollment penalty is stiff. It's 10% for every year that you're out and don't have creditable coverage. Okay, so let's say, like this gentleman here, he happened to have Medicare Part B, but let's say in our example, he delayed Medicare Part B for 2 years, well, 3 years, he's 68 now, 3 years when he turned 65, so he would pay a penalty of 10% times 3 years, 170 times 10, so it's $17 times 3 years that he was out. He's now have a $51 per month penalty for Medicare Part B for the rest of his life. That's a lot of money. It adds up very quickly. So that's a big mistake. It also doesn't allow you to have options outside of the VA. You can go to the doctor. You're just on the hook for the entire bill because Medicare is not paying any of it because you don't have it. So you're now kind of stuck with the VA. You can't go anywhere else unless you want to pay the entire bill out of pocket, and that can be a big problem. So that's mistake number 2: not signing up for Medicare Part B. The last mistake is mistake number 3, and that is not seeking the advice of a licensed independent insurance agent when you're turning 65. So many people make the mistake of getting advice from their neighbor or their brother-in-law or somebody at church or the guys at the VFW. What those people have very well may not be right for you. And although they're very happy with their plan and it's taking very good care of them, it may not be the right situation for you. You are an individual with individual specific needs that are different from everybody else in the world. So it's very, very important that you get good, well-educated, wise advice from an independent insurance professional who specializes in seniors, specializes in people turning 65, specializes in veterans when you're turning 65, before you turn 65, so that you can make the best, most well-informed decision that you possibly can. That's what we're here for. We help you navigate the minefield of Medicare and get through it safely and make the best decision that you can. So those are the 3 mistakes. Number 1, not assuming that the VA is going to take care of you, because they might not. Number 2, not signing up for Medicare Part B when you turn 65. And number 3, not getting good, well-educated advice when you're turning 65. So we can help you with all of this. If you have any questions about it at all, give us a call. The number is 830-217-6711. Also, look us up on the web. It's www.t65s.com. We've got a couple of great articles and pages on our website concerning veterans and the VA. Also have a few more videos on this YouTube channel about the VA and veterans and what they can do with Medicare. Look those up. If you have any questions, again, give us a call, 830-217-6711. It's December 22nd. It's almost Christmas, so we wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and a great year to come up. And until the next time, we hope you have a great day, folks. Thanks. Bye.